Hey friends, welcome to Testing Tutorials Point. This is Lokesh, and today we are going to discussing about how to read data from Excel sheet. So, there is a Excel file it is presented. We need to read data from the Excel side. It is we can able to say like a data-driven framework. Data-driven framework, how we can able to use like we are storing some information into a Excel file, and that file we are going to consume it, right? But the same format, how we can able to do it means how we can able to read a data from a Excel sheet. Now I'm going to take my Excel. Okay, I'm going to take my empty Excel, or else already if something is present in download location, we'll see. Nothing is there, and we can save this one only. I'm going to use for my user a name and password. Okay, ABC, and my password ABC something, and username something, and here something. Okay, I'm going to save into one location. Okay, now I saved into a different location. If I'm going to my backup folder, you can able to see there is a book one XML, right? Now I'm going to take this file path. Okay, I'm copying this location. First, I'll keep it into here, my project location. Just I'm going to create a new file with the extension of a data, and I'm saving here. Okay, I'm saved here my file. Okay, now what do we need to do? First, open our command prompt. Okay, now here we need to use maximizing. Now we need to install OpenPyXL, means it is supported for Excel file reading purpose. Okay, we need to install. For that, how we can able to install means a pip install OpenPyXL. If we hit this one, it will start installing into your pip location, Python location. Okay, if it is already present means it will show you for that pip is already that particular OpenPyXL is already installed. No need to bother, like required statement is satisfied. Okay, if no means you can able to see that particular installation also. And after that, come to your location, a file, go to settings, and project and project interpreter. Click on plus symbol. You can able to search again Open PyXL. Okay, you can able to see that name, right? PyXL, and it will install the latest version, which is standard base is presented. That particular one it will choose by default. Otherwise, if you want a specific, you can able to click specific, and you can able to drag like any kind of version. If you know the system showing the one is enough means you can able to click install package. Once you click install package, it will start for download that entire files into your particular project place. Now it is updating. You can able to see the installation is successful. Once it is done, we need to close here, and we need to click OK here. Okay, now it will try to load for entire package. Okay, before that we can do one thing. First, whether we are able to import on like that particular one properly install means you can able to see there is a OpenPyXL. If you hit, you are able to, it means if you are able to find OpenPyXL means where you are successfully configure both the places. Okay, now what we need to use a path we need to indicate this particular path, and we need to specify // then only it will identify your location, otherwise it will not identify. Okay, now we are able to a path a setup for that particular location. Now we need to create a workbook. What workbook means? This entire page it is called as a workbook. Okay, that purpose we can able to call it. In that entire workbook we need to read workbook equal to, and we can able to say for open pyxml, and we can able to specify my path. Means then whenever it is read that entire path means it will takes, but this also we need to specify what kind of allowed workbook. We can able to say load workbook of file name or file path. We can able to specify. Then once you specify like this, then it will take that path as a workbook. Means it will entire path it will take as a workbook and it will save it. Okay, now we are able to read for my workbook, and now inside the workbook we have some set of sheets. How we can able to means workbook dot get a sheet name. We can able to use for sheet name or by name, sheet by name. You can able to use any one. Okay, you can able to get it for your sheet name. Means sheet names is nothing but it's like a multiple. Like you have active files. There are couple of like two or three like this. You have the files. Then that moment you need to use it. Okay, you have active file. It is the only one that is a sheet. Means get sh- sheet by name. You want all active sheets means you can able to use for sheet names. Okay, now mine is only one. I'm going to specify what sheet 1. Even we can able to use another format, that is a workbook dot active. If you use this method, which is the active file it is presented into your uh, workbook, that particular active one it will take it. Okay, if you have only one sheet and you don't need to define this sheet 1, then you can able to use active. But we use for by name and we identify for the sheet, but we need to store the sheet, right? Now I'm going to use for sheet. Okay, now we are able to save, like we are able to get for workbook inside the workbook which sheet we want to read it. Now we read that entire sheet. Now we need to read values sheet, correct? For rows, how many rows it is presented I need to see. Then we can able to use a sheet dot, we can able to use max underscore row. Okay, and columns we need to read we can able to use a sheet dot a max underscore column. Okay, we are able to read for rows as well as columns. Now whether we are able to print those columns or not, we need to see, right? Now I'm going to use for loop to print one by one or in the range. Range I already explained to my previous videos. You can able to see that also. The range is between like where we need to stop, where we need to start and stop. If you define 1 comma 4, then it will take for the position, starting position is 1, ending position is 3, means 4 it will not take. If we give that 4 value, but the fourth value it will not take, it will take 4 up to 3 only. If you want to fourth value also print, means you can able to use 5. Then if you use the 5 means that particular location it will comes and it will stop it. Okay, now again I'm going to use rows plus 1 because I need to print for all the values. Now colon. Now again I'm going to use for column purpose in the range, and I'm going to use for 1 comma columns plus 1 because I need to print for all the column values. Now we are able to print for columns and everything, and we need to print it. Now sheet dot cell I'm going to use for rows, row equal to R comma column equal to C, and I'm going to get for a value. Okay, now I'm going to coming to here, print an empty string. Okay, now up to here we can able to print, right? And we'll see whether we can able to read the value or not. Read data. Now you can able to see username, password, the values. We are able to read the sheet and we are able to find the data, right? But we are like a different format is presented. But how we can able to uh, print as a table format means there is a comma in this print sheet place, and we can able to use there is a space. Okay, in this space it will help you to identify properly. Okay, now you can again see the format is username, password is comes. Now here different format. Now here how the data is presented in Excel sheet, the similar format only it will present. Okay, this is all about for read how to read data from Excel sheet. I hope you understand this video. If you like this video, please like me, please subscribe my YouTube channel, and don't forget to share your friends and colleagues. Thank you.